All right, what's up, everybody? Clint Esposito here. We're going to go over Atlanta Supercross. Happened last night, Atlanta Speedway. Hello, hello. So last night was now we'll go back to the other one. Was Atlanta Supercross. I thought it was a good race. Definitely a lot of action. The track was a little bit weird, but I think maybe that lent itself to some of the good racing. I'm not really exactly sure, but yeah, I mean, I think just the fact that it was fast, it was different. The other thing that I said when I was looking at the weather and all that, the fact that it was going to rain leading into it, I knew that the track was going to kind of break down. Because, like I said, if you, especially out in the sun, Georgia clay could get rock hard and be just blue groove the whole track, and then nothing ever changes. But the fact that they got that rain basically softened the dirt up enough to where it did get kind of choppy or inconsistent. So I think that kind of made for a little bit of better racing. So we're going to go over everything briefly here. Just the races that have cool stuff. This is heat race number 1. I only have this one pulled up because of the 250s. Because Danger Boy gets the whole shot and does a big old whip. I like that anytime he gets the lead, he throws a big whip for everybody. So here he's got the lead. He's all by himself. And then... hold on, just checking. All right, we have sound. And then he has a little issue on this step on, step off section. So he's like scrubs onto it and then just doesn't get any drive off of the top. Now, I want to bring up that when I was talking about at the beginning of the season when Malcolm did the on-off and he crashed on that. And everybody was crucifying me that I'd never ridden a motorcycle before because I didn't understand physics. I was saying that when I was saying Malcolm's bike shut off because when he was on the top, allegedly hit neutral, the bike nosedives so hard that he literally tucks and front flips over the bars. Now watch, Hayden admittedly hit neutral here. Watch how his bike pushes through the top of the table and he like noses into the single after it instead of the front end dropping so hard that he can actually tuck and go over the bars. He still carried forward momentum off at the end of it. That's what I was saying. Pretty sure Malcolm's bike shut off. So anyway, that was just a small mistake there, which ended up losing the heat race to Hunter Lawrence. In the second heat race, it was basically Thrasher got the whole shot and took off. So that's why I don't have that one pulled up. Here is the 250 main event. So once again, Hayden gets a really good jump. And then you have Hunter Lawrence right there. Hunter does get around him, and he's basically just by himself until this little doozy right here. Now, I think it started actually on that first. I don't know if he meant to... that one right there. I don't know. No, this one, I think. Did he mean to triple that and he faced it? Right there. I think that upset him. Now we bounced into that one weird and then didn't get over that. So I think he basically just cased this first one, or he either went right there. Now, was he trying to go... where were you coming from? Okay, yeah, they were tripling in. So he just didn't get the... speed out of the corner to do the triple. He faces it, clips the top. See, he doesn't get totally over that one. He would have been landing and jumping over this next little steep one that he hits. That then he has to try to suck this little one up. And that actually bucks his foot off. He actually dabs the top of that jump with his foot. Lucky he didn't break his foot or anything. And then just still saves it. Has to go off the track here. Hayden gets back around him. He gets right back on in second. I'm glad they didn't decide to dock him or anything. So Hayden's out front, basically just riding his race. Hunter's obviously faster than basically everyone except for minus maybe Jordan Smith or Thrasher, but those guys are behind him. So he basically challenges. Hayden charges through the sand section here and makes the pass stick. Although, sorry, Hayden does try. He kind of has to chop him off there. And Hunter gets the win. He had a big-ass lead, too. So it's Hunter, Jordan Smith here, and then Hayden Deegan gets third. So, awesome ride. No mishaps for anybody to cry about on the internet, so that's good. All right, 450 Heat Race 1. I got this one pulled up because poor AC. All right, AC gets the jump. He's looking good. Basically, Cooper gets onto him, and he just kind of similar kind of thing here. Going through one of these rhythm section, whoop section, and you can see he right there. It looks like he misses that. Yeah, he hits this one, misses that one with his front, has to try to wheelie over it. And look, it just blew his foot off there. Ugh. Then it gave him a little reboundage. And of course, there's another single right there. What did I do? There's another single after that he gets. So here, boom, blows the foot off. Wham. Gets the handlebars to the face. All right, now we're going to go to 450 LCQ. Everybody's favorite. Rate that takeout. Okay, I don't even know. I'm not even sure who it is. It's Short, maybe? It's like necessity of this takeout. Maybe he's trying to get into the main in the LCQ, so I get it. So I'll give him a 5 out of 5. All right, but technique was terrible here. Definitely did not have. He was going for the 2-for-1 special here. He actually scared Clayson out of that line. Look, Clayson was going in there, and then he saw him. He probably heard him, and he was like, I'd better see. Look, last second he stands it up. He's not even close to. He definitely runs into him right at the foot peg. Okay, what's rule number 1 of takeout technique? Get in front of the foot peg. So he was not far enough ahead. It was basically a desperation move. I feel like there was a couple more laps. It was a 2-for-1 or a 3-for-1. So, I mean, I guess there's that. But it didn't work out. He also went down. So, technique, we're going to give him a 2. Because he did get inside of them to some extent. But it was terrible. So, we're going to give him a 7, a possible 10 of that takeout. All right, 450 main event. Just got the whole shot because, that's what I like to do. That way you can see what race it is. No. So Roxon gets out front. It says Josh Hill. I don't know if Josh Hill's really there. He might be. But it doesn't take long for Sexton to get into the lead. So Sexton's out in the lead. He's pulling away. Barsha reels in. He passes a couple people. Reels in Roxon. Passes him. Jason Anderson was up there. He had some kind of issue. He just had a kid less than 24 hours ago. So I think he was up all night and then took a red eye there. So to be expected, right? So anyway, Tomac and Webb decide to ride around next to each other in fourth and fifth, and that's how they finish. Sexton wins. Good for Sexton finally. But yeah. So good for Sexton. He held on. He actually led basically the whole thing. He didn't actually lead the entire race because, as we saw, Roxon had the whole shot, but literally he led from like second or third straight away on. So good on ya. Trying to find the. There we go. So I can see if anybody's commenting on YouTube, which I don't think they are, because I do this stuff without letting anyone know. You know. Okay, so here are the results. 450 main event: Chase Sexton, Justin Barcia, Ken Roxon, Cooper Webb, Eli Tomac, Plessinger, AC, Dean Wilson, Colt Nichols, still with a red cross on his thing. Somebody needs to explain that because he's riding, so I don't understand how that works. Then Justin Hill, Josh Hill, 10th and 11th. Those guys seem to be right next to each other all the time, which I think is kind of funny. But yeah, Sexton rode great. He basically did not make the mistake that everybody was assuming he was going to make. Justin Barcia rode really good. You got to figure he did spend a lot of his youth down in Georgia, so he knows the red clay scenario. He also, growing up in this area and then going to Georgia, has dealt with a lot of rough conditions, ruts, stuff like that. So, but in any event, as of recently, he's been riding amazing. So hopefully he can get himself a win here soon. I like that. I think it's funny. Yeah, dude, all these guys' hometowns change constantly. Because now it says Justin Barcia's from Monroe, New York. But the other time, which I have a clip of it, they put his hometown was Paterson, New Jersey. Now they went back to Monroe, New York. Ken Roxon switches between being from Germany and being from Florida. Nobody can make up their minds. I didn't mean to do that. Why does it do that? Main event. There you go. That's what we got. Okay. 250 East, main event results. We got Hunter Lawrence, Jordan Smith, Hayden Deegan, Joe Shimoda, just come back off of an injury. He basically hasn't raced in like 6 months or something, he said. So good job getting fourth. I expect he's going to start getting faster, as obviously he gets a little bit more comfy. Max Anstey, who's found himself back there in the 4, 5, 6 positions after in the beginning of the year he was like 2, 3. So hopefully he can find that extra little speed and get back up there because everybody was so excited about that story, and then he stopped getting top threes, and then they're like, meh, get out of here. Henry Miller, Chris Blows, Talon Hawkins. Sorry. I'm so sorry. Cullen Park, Caden Braswell, Marshall Welton, Jeremy Hand. Okay. Yeah, I think we expected Hunter to win. He's basically won everything except for that one Triple Crown. So, I mean, I think that our big thing now is the showdown next week. That's going to be awesome because we get to see both Lawrence brothers. And then it's going to be a good race anyway because Tomac does not do well in this building for some reason, whatever the reason is. So we're going to see next week if he can not have the Jersey curse. He needs to come out to intros in a Jersey Devil jersey. Jersey Devil jersey. And I think that would probably fix a lot of his issues. So that is it, peeps, on the review. I'll go quick on the Tomac Webb thing. Really weird. Like, so every time I count Webb out, right, he does this, and he at least salvages or like gains some ground. So I mean, I think that meanwhile both of them should be kind of a little bit pissed. They got 4 or 5. They also finished right next to each other, so it could have been worse, right? I find it really weird when Tomac just gets, and I guess he wasn't super comfortable, so he didn't want to push it, and the guy that he really needed to beat was already right there, so it's like overall he wasn't losing a ton of ground. But it's just really weird that he did make a couple of charges. Webb would get away. He makes some charges, get up to him, and then basically Webb would hold him off, and then he would fall back. I'm sure he didn't like getting roosted. But Tomac's kind of like that anyway. I've seen him a bunch of times when he reels somebody in, he tries to make a pass, and when he can't make a pass, he's just like loses momentum or motivation or something like that. So, like I said, I think, I don't know. He does that sometimes. It's really weird. So, I mean, yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. He just sometimes doesn't want to push like a maniac, you know what I mean? Which I get, but it's just weird that he's off that much on weekends. And I say that they did finish 4 or 5, but all those guys are fast, so it's not like they got beat by like somebody, I won't even name any names, but just some random person. It's still guys that have the potential to win if they're on. So, yeah, I think we just get trapped into thinking that Eli should always be able to just blitz everybody and walk away, except for maybe Sexton. So a lot of things were unusual. Eli didn't blitz everybody, and Sexton didn't do his normal, I'm out front, I'm going to freak out and fall. So it's getting good. 6 points between Tomac and Webb, and we have four events left. So it's going to be a good championship. And the other thing is, Tomac is really good under pressure, although I have seen him crack, and I would say that Webb is probably a little bit better under pressure. Tomac probably rides a little bit worse under pressure, just a little bit, and I would say Cooper rides better in adverse conditions as far as like pressure and stuff like that. So it's definitely going to get interesting as far as the points. And, you know, could Chase go on a run? Sure. I mean, because realistically, he should probably be leading the points anyway if he'd won all those races that he was leading and then crashed. So, like, if he can just get hot right now, and especially with basically, he's not in the points lead, he's not that close, he has nothing to lose, he might as well go for the win and try to win it. So, I think that's what he needs, the pressure off. He's got the Triple Crown. No, he didn't win the Triple Crown. He won the Triple Crown Championship, which, I mean, I don't, whatever. But anyway, he did get a win under his belt, and it was a straight up win, and he did it from the front, so hopefully that helps. I say this every time he wins like that, but hopefully this time it actually helps his confidence, and he can put it together and give these guys a run for their money, because legitimately he should probably win these last 4, especially with these other 2 guys messing with each other and having the pressure of the championship. You think that would free up? They're going to be riding a little bit extra weighted with the championship thought, and then Chase doesn't really have that. I mean, you also have Barsha, who doesn't have it, Roxon, who doesn't have it, Anderson, who doesn't have it, and I think those guys, those three guys, also legitimately have a chance to win mains. Obviously, Kenny already did this year, so I think basically I would look for one of those four guys to win most of the next couple of events. I would say it's probably between Sexton, Anderson, um, Roxon, and who the hell is the other one? Barsha. Because, like I said, they do not have championship pressure on them right now, so they can go out and just ride how they know how to ride. So I think the other guys will have a little bit of pressure on them, especially, like I said, Eli doesn't do good in Jersey. He doesn't do good towards the end of the year when it gets like this. He seems to end up managing titles. And although the one year I think he did, last year, I think he did good at the end winning. But no, Anderson won the last 3 rounds. So again, I would say we're going to have different people win the last couple of rounds. And I guess Sexton's not different, but not Tomac or Webb would be my guess. I don't see either one of them really winning, at least, maybe one of them, but I don't see any of them going on a streak right now. So, all right, peeps. Leave your comments. Do you think I'm an idiot? Say it. Are you mad I even mentioned Deegan's name in this? Oh, you're so mad about it. Anyway, that's it. Thank you guys for watching. And yeah, leave a comment. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever you gotta do. And share it with people. Later.